Well, welcome back to the Greater You. Good to be with you today. So we've got more to teach you, more to share, more to discuss with you. This one's kind of hot off the press, actually. So we talk a lot about habit building in the Greater You. Our coaching helps people build habits. A lot of the work that we do with people is to help them get rid of old habits, old ways of thinking. Habits can be thought patterns. Habits can be behavioral. Habits can be attitude, right? So we deal a lot with people building habits. Until just recently, even today, we had 5 components that we really focused on. That while doing some good coaching work today, the realization came to being that there was a couple of missing pieces in there, and this list may expand as we get better and better at understanding habits. There's great books on this stuff: The Power of Habit, Atomic Habits. These are both great books. So habit building is really important. And I want people to have some tools here so that you can think about your own habits you're working on building, and then get with one of our coaches and they will help you really map out a plan that's very specific. So here's the 7 components of building a habit and really getting it to be a thing that you can maintain and make a part of your lifestyle. So the first thing is you've got to identify the new habit, right? Really dial it in. The more specific, the better. We want to have a specific habit that we're coming up with. This is the thing that I want. Let's use something simple like a morning exercise routine that you're trying to get going on, or afternoon exercise routine. People are always making, New Year's resolutions for exercise. Well, how do we actually get beyond the resolution and make it a habit? First, you got to be very specific about it. Part of that specificity, is figure out what you're going to do and how long you're going to do it. All those pieces that are very important with identifying the new habit. The second piece is to calendar it and make space for it in your schedule. Put it on there right away with reminders, and make that spot on your calendar only for that thing. I was listening to a great book recently, and there's some great minds out there that have carved time into their day to think about their mission and their objective with their business, and they carve it in like an hour a day in their calendar. It's on there every single day of their work week, where no one can bother them. They're really just thinking about the work that they're doing, and that's where a lot of their creative energy comes out, where they're able to come up with ways to move their business forward, right? So when we calendar it and make space for it and stay committed to that, it really helps. Okay, the third piece here is frequency. So you're going to see 3 time pieces here: frequency, consistency, and duration. Frequency is how often you're doing this new thing. If you put it on your calendar that you're going to be exercising 3 times a week, that's a pretty good frequency. If you're doing it once a week, that frequency is pretty wimpy. I don't think a once a week thing is going to really take root in us. We need to do it a little more frequently than that. So frequency, the more the better. Obviously, you have balance in your life, right? But the more often you do this thing, the more likely you're going to make it a habit, right? You'll get more cognitive and neurological energy behind it, where your brain literally kind of wires it in. We know that neuroplasticity is very real. And so as you do things more frequently, you'll get more brain matter, gray matter involved in your habit, which makes it easier to keep doing it, right? So the consistency is how often you do it in a row. So that's a little different than frequency. And clearly, the more consistent we are. So if we have 3 days a week on our calendar that we're going to be working out, and we do the same 3 days every week, and we consistently do that, and without missing days, then you're more likely to make a habit and move from it being a new thing to being a part of your life and your lifestyle. Duration then is over time. And, people have heard, 21 days to make a habit. Well, that didn't really hold up much water in literature. When I've done lit reviews on this stuff, the best thing I can tell you is I've heard about 60 days to maybe make a habit. But here's what I tell all my clients: you can make a habit over 60 days or 90 days or whatever, but then when you stop it, you're going to lose the habit. So I think that what's going on there is people are wanting it to get easier. And the answer is it will over time, if your duration is long enough. If you do that exercise routine 3 days a week, no matter what, even on vacations, people, that derails people all day long. You can find ways to fit in a visit to your gym if it's an exercise routine, finding a way to do that in your hotel or going for a nice walk or run or something that keeps that consistency up over time, which is duration, then you'll find that it is easier to do it again, right? And I remember once I had a client call me up and she had been working on an exercise routine as part of her habit. And she called me up so excited one day. And I was like, yeah, what are you so stoked about? And, just trying to cheer her on. She's like, if I missed my workout like 2 days ago and it felt like I forgot to brush my teeth, that's awesome. She was telling me that this thing had become such a habit to her that her brain and her body was just wanting her to keep doing this thing in a consistent manner over time. So it had become a habit for her. Isn't that awesome? Okay. So frequency, consistency, duration, calendar it, identify that habit. You put those pieces together, now what? You've got to be talking yourself through this. You're going to have times where you want to hit the alarm or hit the snooze or whatever, which will break your frequency, consistency, and duration. So the I can thinking is the way to go about this. You can do this. You've done it thus far, right? You've done it 20 times in a row or whatever. You can do it 21. You can do it 22. Using that I can thinking really helps. And then the final thing is, while you're keeping your positive self-talk going, is visualization. Have that mental picture of the desired outcome you're aiming for. This goes into goal setting and all of this other stuff that we can talk about in different videos. But visualization, seeing the outcome you're looking for and seeing yourself do that habit on a regular basis makes it easier to do it. So those are the 7 components of habit building that we work with our clients on. We hope that you can have some great success in your own life. My challenge to you would be to pick a habit now. Don't wait till January 1st. Whatever these habits are that you need to get in your life, extinguish old unhealthy habits, build brand new habits, and then make them a part of your life so that you can have a more whole and well life. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon. That is our components of habit. Thank you. Bye-bye.